What am I looking at here? This is photoshopped, right? Looks like someone took the 3T Strata and photoshopped a Specialized logo on it, right? Right? Earlier this week, I saw a screenshot of what appeared to be the new SL8. And like just about everybody on this particular forum, I didn't believe it. It looked photoshopped. It also looked too close to the current Tarmac, the SL7, and the head tube just looked, well, bizarre. Totally wrote it off and I didn't think much of it. The same day, I saw that somebody else posted a link to the US trademark application for Specialized. They were trademarking the term Tarmac SL8. So I guess that puts one theory to rest. We won't be getting a new Venge this time around. Sorry, Venge fans, I'm as bummed as you are. And that's not to say that the Venge won't be resurrected at a later date. It just means that it won't be in the immediate future. Fast forward to today, and I was forwarded a photo of the Soudal team at what I would assume is a training camp. All of them had a brand new team bike, and it wasn't the SL7, but it was one that matched the screenshot I'd seen on that Reddit forum a few days prior. Now this seemed to be a photo that now everybody is talking about, and if you're one who's been frothing over the new Tarmac, you might have mixed feelings. See, I think we all thought that the SL8 might have a cleaner, more aero look than the existing SL7, which again is hard to improve upon. We thought it'd be something that looked incredibly fast. In fact, I'd been hearing Venge in the front, Athos in the back for quite some time, so I was excited about it. But in my head, Venge in the front and Athos in the back looked very different. In fact, I'm still scratching my head at this one. Aesthetically, you have beautiful bikes like the Venge, the Athos, the Crux, the SL7, and now you have the SL8. Maybe I'm just missing something. If this is the SL8, that means that the Athos goes to the grave along with the Venge. What do you guys think of the SL8? Are you into it? I mean, just visually, is this thing even real? I don't know if I'm buying into this. Drop me a comment below and let me know what you're currently riding and whether or not you'd consider upgrading to this. This almost feels like an April Fool's joke. It also feels very Venge Vias-esque with those praying mantis bars, if you remember those. As for me, I mean, look, I really like my current setup and you'd have to be really persuasive to get me off of this bike. I've ridden a ton of bikes and I have yet to find a bike that is better. A lot of bikes that are different, not necessarily a bike that is better. Especially now that I've tracked down this gloss black and white frame. It's a dream bike for me. Plus, last time I checked, the SL7, even though it's 3 years old, goes head to head with any newly released bikes to the Tour. Jai Henley won stage 5 on it, spent a couple days in yellow on it. Pierre Latour has been in a handful of breaks on it. Daniel Oss was in a solo break on it just the other day. And this brings me to one of my theories about maybe why the SL8 didn't launch at the Tour. My first theory is that if you're looking at launching with a lot of excitement and buzz, this year's Tour might not be the best option for Specialized. Not one Specialized sprinter has won a stage this year. And if you're launching a bike with increased aerodynamics, you want to win stages, right? Plus, how do you compete with Jasper Philipsen when he's got Matthew Vanderpool as his lead-up man? Maybe they'll officially launch it at Worlds or maybe at the Vuelta when they can really showcase its capabilities and create some buzz, especially around Remco. My second theory is that the bike industry is still picking up the pieces from the COVID boom and now the blow-up. I mean, how many promo emails have you received with discounted bikes over the last 6 months? It's unprecedented, and it's probably not the best time to launch a flagship bike. My third theory is that inventory just isn't readily available. On one of the recent Nero Show episodes, they referenced a new UCI rule that your riders have to ride equipment that's readily available to consumers within a certain time period. I want to say it's something like 6 months. I'll link that show below in the description. It was a super interesting show. Anyways, going back to that US trademark filing that I previously mentioned, I spoke to a friend who's a trademark attorney, thanks Danny, and he said that a trademark filing typically means that a product launch is imminent. So I'd expect to see the SL8 in shops in the coming months. The question is, are we excited about it? Is that buzz still there? And look, Specialized, if you're watching, you have a press bike in Southern California, send me an email. I'd love to jump on it and resolve some of the concerns in my head as well as those of my friends. Anyways, next week I'll run through some of the equipment and fueling that I did on that France trip, kind of what worked and what didn't over 432 miles and 63,000 feet of climbing in a week. And I'll share some of my thoughts on some of these mountain stages that we're starting to see today. I had a chance to ride them, they're incredible. And then from there, I'm off to Utah. We're doing quite a bit of climbing out of Park City, Heber area. So if you're out there, give me a shout. Anyways, till next time.